Sex is one of the most powerful rituals that many people in the world today engage and take for granted without having the knowledge that this ritual can either improve or destroy your life. What do I mean? When we are talking about sex, many people usually think about pleasure, but pleasure is the least thing that can be associated with sex. When we are talking about sex, we are talking about union. We are talking about spiritual exchange, energy exchange, soul ties, connection, healing, and even in some cases, draining. Sex is not just a practice. Sex is a sacred union and an exchange of sexual energy between the male and the female. When we are talking about the human body, we are talking about a sacred temple. Outside the sacred temple is a magnetic field of vibration that acts as an energetic boundary. When you are having sex with someone, what you are doing, you are allowing them into your own energetic boundary and your own sacred temple. As a spiritual person, as a high grounded person, you don't just go around sleeping with anybody. Some of the things that people attract, like diseases, certain emotions like fear, guilt, bad luck, good luck, healing, or even training, it is because of sex. The person you sleep with determines what you attract, and that is why you need to be so much selective when it comes to sex. When you engage in this ritual with a person, what you are doing, you are attracting the things in their own energetic field. If they have fear, their fear becomes your fear. Their guilt becomes your guilt. Their emotions becomes your emotions. Their misfortunes becomes your misfortunes. If they have negative energy, their negative energy is transferred onto you. When you sleep together with a person, you two forms energetic bonds that we call soul ties. Your souls becomes binded together. There are people that from the moment they slept with the person, their life became a mess. There are people from the moment they slept with a certain person, their life became better. It is all about energetic exchange and vibration. Sex is not just physical. Sex is emotional and spiritual. Most people usually view sex in a physical level. Sex is a spiritual union between the male and the female spirit. When we are talking about the male spirit, we are talking about an electric being. Males are electric, they are connected to the sun. The male usually charge the female spirit. When we are talking about the female spirit, we are talking about the magnetic spirit. The female spirit usually attract. Females are magnetic in nature, just like the moon and the earth. Just like the sun usually charges the earth with energy to give birth to everything in nature, the males usually charge the females with their sexual energy in order to give birth to a new whole being. Females are magnetic in nature. Females are the doorway to the physical dimension. A woman's womb is not just any womb. The woman's womb is the portal to the physical dimension. A woman's womb is divided into layers. We have the physical womb, the emotional womb, and the spiritual womb. Physical womb comprises of the physical reproductive organs. Emotional womb comprises of the traumas and the hidden emotion and unresolved issues. Spiritual womb, this is where the union between spirit and matter take place. If women understood what they carry, they will never joke with the power of the womb. The womb is one of the most sacred portals that we have in the physical dimension. As a woman, you don't just allow any man to come into that womb. Every man that comes into that womb leaves something behind. And if you allow low vibrational men to come into that womb, what they will do, they will ruin that womb. If this man comprises of things like fear, guilt, negativity, all their negativity you attract and you store them in your emotional womb. What the emotional womb do, the emotional womb is the one that usually shapes the reality of the coming generation. As a woman, you have the ability to bless, to curse, and even to heal the coming generations before they get out of your womb. If your emotional womb comprises of negativity, unresolved emotions, hidden issues, low vibrational emotions like fear, you have already cursed your coming generation before even giving birth to them. If you have healed your womb, if your womb is a golden womb, you have already blessed your coming generation. When we are talking about a woman with a golden womb, these are women who have healed their emotional womb. Women with golden womb are very powerful. Their generations are usually strong, and every man they sleep with, they usually uplift the life of that man. Spiritually, Female spirits are usually stronger compared to male spirits. Female spirits are usually magnetic, and this means that whenever a female sleeps with a male, the female spirit usually attracts the male spirit into a bond in which many call the spiritual ties or the soul ties. Female spirits are the ones that usually carry the soul ties because their spirits are magnetic. As a woman, every man you sleep with, you attract them into this bond that we call the soul ties. No matter how many men you sleep with, you are going to attract them into this bond. And what you are going to do, you will be attracting the things in their own energetic field, be it low vibrational things or high vibrational things. The strength of a man usually lies within his sexual energy. The more you maintain your sexual energy, the more strong you become as a man spiritually and energetically. Your sexual energy is so strong that it's able to give life to a whole new being. If that energy is able to give life to a whole new human being, imagine what that energy will do to you when it comes to healing and even manifestations. As a man, you don't just go out sleeping with any woman that you find. Some of the women that you see out here are energy vampires, women who drain energy from men. Some of the women that you see out here are low vibrational women, women who comprises of unhealed traumas, women who comprises of unhealed emotional wounds. There are some women that whenever you sleep with them, the only thing that you will attract is misfortunes because of whatever that they carry within themselves. There are some women that whenever you sleep with them, you will never prosper. Be careful with who you sleep with. One of the reasons why many men suffer today, it is because of how they decided to use their sexual energy. Some men that you see out here are usually controlled by lust. Many men are wasting their sexual energy in practices like masturbation. When you masturbate, you drain yourself. A drained man is a weak man. The kind of man that you attract as a woman depends with your womb. Womb healing is very essential when it comes to healing yourself and transformation of your coming generation. As a woman, when you sleep with a low vibrational man, that man usually end up draining your energy. When you sleep with a high vibrational man, that man ends up healing you. Sex is something that is usually controlled by our sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is the one that is usually responsible for pleasure and certain feelings. This chakra is usually blocked by guilt or shame. When you heal this chakra, you improve your sexual life. When sex is done with pure intention of love from both parties, those people ends up healing and uplifting each other using their vibrations because love is a high vibrational emotion. But when sex is done with an intention of pure dominance from one party, the person who is dominating ends up draining the other person's energy. And remember, sex is an energy exchange ritual that can either heal you, uplift you, destroy you, or drain you. As a woman, if you want to know how to heal your womb, I have done a full video about womb healing. I will leave the link on the comment section. If you have watched until this point, don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me your views about sex and sexual energy on the comment section. Peace and love.